On everyone, welcome to Forex Thursdays chapter 4. So this is the fourth Forex Thursdays that there's been, and I'm very thankful for those that have stuck by and have watched every single one. Hopefully these are providing some sort of value to you. Now, I'm not going to go through too much like charts today as such. I want to talk about something else. Now, the reason it's not going to be too much charts today is because of the elections and because of it's December, right? So me personally, I'm not going to be actually taking many trades in December, and I don't want to be giving out analysis where could be easily go wrong due to it being December and just volume is not nice in the market as such, right? So I won't obviously be going through charts. So I just want to talk about the elections a little bit today, just kind of have like a chilled Forex Thursdays, kind of sit back, relax and take a few notes, but let's get into it. So I'm sure some of you have seen today, Thursday the 12th of December, it is the parliamentary elections. All right, now obviously here, and it says all day, but they are being announced I think 10 p.m. or the polling stations close at 10 p.m. and it's announced like something like that later on. And as you can see, pound has obviously fallen today quite substantially. All right, GA's fallen a good almost 300 pips, right? GA alone. All right, let's see, GBP CAD, this has fallen quite a bit as well, from the high down to the low, again about 200 pips. See GBP CHF, it wasn't too bad of a fall, from the high to the low at 117. GJ didn't fall that much, but yen was very weak today across all pairs, so we didn't get that much of a fall. We did obviously fall down a bit, however we didn't obviously have that larger fall down. GN, don't know why this is on here, but GN, we had obviously GN is a tractor, and we know this pair moves crazy amounts of pips per day, and obviously that had a big fall. And GU's fallen about 80 odd percent or so. All right, so I'll just show you over here. These are obviously the falls over here. GA with the biggest percentage fall out of all the pairs. All right, so this could be a number of reasons. For potential investors that are scared to maybe have their money and might have unloaded like large positions, forcing this down slightly, as well. Obviously, maybe not having any confidence as such in here, and there's not really a way of determining this market of where this will go, but there are a few resources that can kind of support a bias. So one that I would recommend you guys checking out is one called poundsterlinglive.com. Very good website to kind of look at, especially pound sterling news, but there is other stuff, other news and stuff in here as well about different types of currencies. Okay, but so we've got a bit of information here. So about the exchange rates and stuff, is obviously like how they fell, and what they're at currently. Obviously over here, pound to euro and pound to dollar and stuff like that. Sterling edges lower as odds of cons. Majority slide below 70%, and it could rise sharply. Should exit polls show large conservative majority. Okay, so if the conservatives get a large majority, we should maybe potentially see the pound see some sort of upside movement. Okay, that'll be obviously according to economists. How can I say, like the economists and the analysts from this article. All right, that'll be their views. All right, so that's the potential I could see. However, if we see Labour have some sort of majority, then maybe it might be the other way around. Okay, so you want to keep a watch out for that. It doesn't necessarily mean that will happen. It's just a forecast based on other factors influencing that move. Okay, but you also want to combine it with technicals as well. You don't want to just kind of be take it, all right, yeah, you see conservatives win, and you just place a buy, bang, because that may not happen. It might have a good room. It might have some liquidity to fill, for example. Something that just doesn't matter. If it doesn't match your rules, just stay out of it, right? I most likely will probably stay out of it unless I just see a golden opportunity, to take the trade. I'm not gonna potentially lose a bit of money on here because it's an event, and I feel like because this person or that person's jumping in, I want to jump in, right? If you're already in a trade, a pound trade, maybe a short right from the top over here, or a short from, say, there. All right, say if you're in from there and you're short, okay, maybe what I'd suggest you to do is just place your stop loss at break even and make sure you've taken some of the trade off. Okay, so taking like 50% or 30% or 70% off, whatever it is, whatever you're happy with, because as long as you've done that, you've paid yourself. All right, and that's a very, very important thing that a lot of you do need to get into the habit of doing, is paying yourself. And because basically what it is, right, so if you use the 5 lot size and you take off 50% of the position, you still have a position running, but just with a 2.5 lot size, right? And if this still falls, sorry, wrong one. If this still falls, even though you've taken a fat amount down, you're still running in position. Yeah, it's going to be a lower lot size to what you obviously planned, but you've still taken off some money, right? Because what if it went the other way, right? You'd be thankful to God that you've done that, if that makes sense. All right, so just please try and do it. A big tip for all of you guys. I would heavily stress that. Okay, so that's obviously something to take a look at. Take a look at. We obviously know the Conservatives have been in power for a vast number of years, for the past amount of years. So we could see a shift. Me personally, I'm very, very undecided on who's going to win. Okay, I feel like it's a very heavy political moment, and I'm really undecided on who's going to win. But over here, we've got some information again. All credit goes to poundsterlinglive.com. All credit goes to this website. Full rights for everything. I'm just showing you. I definitely recommend go and see this website. I'm just showing you this is where I'd get the information from. So if I don't have any information on my website about any fundamental stuff, this is a great place to go and get that from. Okay, so the odds of a Conservative majority being offered by the betting markets has sunk below 70% by Thursday evening, according to the Betfair exchange, having been as high as 73% when London markets opened for the day's trade. Okay, the pound has shown itself to be reactive to the shifts in odds in the betting market, and the latest slide in the odds of a Conservative victory could help explain some recent weakness. And that is just exactly backing up what I showed you right at the start of today's video. Okay, this decline in pound would most likely be due to the the shift in odds, the Conservatives' victory. All right, so it is, it's just some things to kind of take a look out for, right? It's nice. And in Euro GBP, as well, we finally have had this roundup here, which I did mention. I will be looking to see what will happen here. I would like, because I've been supporting an up move for this for a good while now, but we haven't really had a reason to do that as such, I must say. But we have taken out those lows, and we have hit, I think, some sort of institutional reference point, if I'm not wrong, nearby around these kind of wicks over there. Okay, so yeah, so what would be nice to see, however, I don't think we'd get this something as clean, is something like that, a move kind of back into this region before getting some extended moves up. If the Conservatives lose, then I think Euro GBP could do something like that, or it may not come back into that line here. It may come up, break these highs over here, and price may come back down and fill and carry on going higher. Okay, before getting some sort of move down around this kind of region over there. Okay, so something to take a look out of. It's very, very interesting stuff. If you're not into politics as such, then I would say get a little. I'm not the politic freak. I don't do politics in sick form. I don't do politics here and there. But it's nice to kind of do some research into it and kind of understand, why did the pound fall today? Was it just because investors are unloading massive positions? Who knows? Because the reason they'd be doing that, because they just generally don't know why price is going to do this or going to do that, right? They're just doing it out of safety, out of not really knowing why. Okay, but I would just recommend be safe and let's just see what happens. All right, there may not even be an explosive move at all. We might just see some spikes, but there could be a big move down or a big move up, depending on the winnings of different, if it's the Conservatives or Labour or any other party. So do definitely check out this website. A great website, I'd say, and Forex Factory as well, to see all your information, like some small information about different types of news events. and just do some research on it. So that's pretty much it for like the fundamental side. I wasn't really going to delve too much into technicals because it is like I said, it is December, and I am just waiting for a better month to trade. I don't like trading in December, and I have said this for a while. Okay, but I'll quickly run through your AED because this one I've liked this pair for a while, and it is looking to kind of have a nice sort of setup if you were going to trade. If you don't trade on December and doesn't follow your rules to trade in December, don't trade in December. I'm just going to stress it out to you now. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, it's better to not trade than to trade in a month that you don't like to trade in. If you love to trade in, you find you've done very well in December, then do it. But anyway, enough of me waffling, right? So what I'm going to wait for price to do is come down into this region here before coming. Right, so this is what I'm thinking. Price going to come down either into this black line here or into this black line, and we will hopefully see some sort of buying in that circle here, and that's when I'll wait to see price come up and take out these highs over here as well, and then we could see some sort of maybe some supported downside movement after that. All right, that's what I'd like to see for your AUD. But again, just be careful. I'm not going to give out too much technicals now, but I just want you to kind of take away some of the advice I've given you in this video. Definitely do your research on some political stuff. And obviously, if you've got any questions about today's video, do shoot me an email. I'd be happy to help. And hopefully we can all move forward. But other than that, guys, sorry for this one as not being as detailed as some of you may have not wanted to, but hopefully you do understand. It's just purely out of the goodness for everyone in this video. Sorry, it's for everyone watching this, for all the audience. I don't want to give you anything bad. All right, but thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you do have a great weekend coming up, and hopefully you've had a great trading week. Do stay safe with these elections, and with trading in general. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.